Hello again with 11 STEM and welcome back to our basic calculus class, and this will be our fourth week. Okay, so to start this one, I need to share my screen, and this will be our topic for today. And this one is all about the slope and the equation of a tangent line. Okay, so this is not an ordinary lesson. It's because we need to apply our learnings about limits. It's because we will attach limits here on how to find the slope and equation of a tangent line. Okay, so let's us explore first. So when a ball is thrown upward, it follows a parabolic path, right? So this is an example of a parabola. Right? So kapag sinabing parabola, it is considered as a quadratic, right? So kung ito ay quadratic, that means our equations involves quadratic functions. Okay? So one clue. How about its velocity at a specific time? Okay? For example, what is its velocity at exactly 1 second? So kapag mag-i-stop tayo ng time, ano kaya yung kanyang velocity in 1 second? Di ba syempre mag-i-stop yan? Mag-i-stop siya dito. For example, 1 second mag-i-stop siya dito. Okay, mag-i-stop siya dyan. So what will be the velocity? Okay, so we will talk about that one later. This is called instantaneous velocity. To solve for instantaneous velocity, we need to understand the slopes of tangent lines. Okay, so before we proceed to that specific name, which is instantaneous velocity, we must first know how to find or how to understand the slopes of tangent lines. Okay, so paano nga ba yan? How do we determine the slope of a tangent line? This will be our main question for this topic. Okay. Now, let us have a quick review about these two words. Okay, this one is already tackled in grade 10, right? So, for example, we have a circle. Okay, doon mo sa circle. Let us first move to circle first, okay? Sakit siya drawing. Hmm. Sakit na lang. Draw ko na lang siya dito. So, for example, we have a circle here. One would say tangent, that is the line passing through only one point on the circle. Right? Yung pinaka-definition ng ating tangent. So this line is tangent to the circle. It's because it only intersect only one point on the circle. One would say second, it will intersect 2 points on the circle, right? So dadaan siya sa loob, and we have two intersected lines, or points, I should say. Okay? So this is the difference between tangent and second in a circle. Okay, so this is just the same if we have a parabola or a parabolic graph. Okay, so when we say tangent line, this is a line that just touches the curve and has the same direction as the graph at the point of tangency. Okay, just like what you have seen here. So the green one will be the tangent. It's because it only passes through one point. And this is what we call the point of tangency. Okay, so this is a tangent line. Okay, and then the second line is a line that cuts through the curve. So this is an example of a second. The orange one is because we saw that it intersects 2 points, right? So that is the second line. So here, our main purpose is to find the slope of the tangent line. So what will be the slope here? Okay, so after knowing the definition of tangent, let us now proceed to the formula on finding the slope. If we have a parabola, okay, so this will be the main formula for the slope of a line. Okay, if we have a graph just like this and we have here a parabola, we can find the slope using this formula. Okay, so we will use this one in order for us to understand how we can solve for the tangent of or slope of the tangent line. Okay, so we still need to put this one here. And as I've said a while ago, we will also attach the limits or our knowledge on limits. Okay, so remember we have m will be the slope. This is what we call the slope. And we have y sub 2 minus y sub 1 and x sub 2 minus x sub 1. That means if we have 2 points, we can get the slope of the line or the slope of the graph. Okay, so this will be the general formula for the slope if we have a parabola. Okay, but since we need to find the slope of, for example, the tangent here, it will change everything. Okay, kumbaga ito lang yung pinaka-basic natin. Okay, so for example, we have this one. What is the slope of the second line, or the tangent I should say, to the function f of x equals x squared, which passes through the points 1, 1 and 2, 4. So these are the two points in the second. Okay, so I will connect this second line to the tangent line later. Okay, let's see what will happen. So determine the slope of each second line of f of x equals x squared, which passes through 1, 1 in each point on the table here on the side. Okay, so saan nakuha yung mga points na yan? As you can observe here, ang ating pinaka-limit, right? So I use the word limit. It's because it's going down. Ang pinaka-limit natin is 1, 1. So this will be the limit. Okay? Now, let us find the slope of the second line. How to find the slope of the second line? We will use the slope of a parabola. Okay, so we will use the m, y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so let us try to find, let's try to find this one first. The 1.5, then 2.25. Okay, and of course we will use this one. I will use 1, 1 as x1 and y1. So I will use 1.5 as x sub 2 and 2.25 as y sub 2. And so we can find the slope of second line here. Okay, so for example, we have here slope is equivalent to y sub 2, right? Y sub 2 we have is 2.25 minus our y sub 1 is 1 over x sub 2 is 1.5 minus 1. Okay, so 2.25 minus 1 is we have 1.25, right? And then 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. If we will divide these two decimals, the answer will be 2.5. So the first slope of second line here is 2.5, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so that is how we can find the slope of a second line. It's easy. If we are talking about the slope of the second line, we will just use the main formula for the slope of a parabola, or finding the slope of a parabola. Okay, so that is different from a tangent line. Why are you doing this one? It's because we will relate this into the slope of a tangent line later. Okay, so bakit ganon? We will base here. Okay, as you can see here, I already used the word limit. Okay, so on this table, our limit is 1, 1. So if we can say limit, meron tayong left side and right side. Right? So ang kinuha ko lang dito is yung kanyang right side. Okay? Kasi pababa tayo eh. So from 1.5 up to 1. Okay, from 2.25 up to 1. So pababa tayo. Okay, so I only use the right side. Okay? Pero wag niyo siyang, kumbaga seryosohin. This part is because I will just explaining how can we relate the slope of the second line to the tangent line itself. Okay? Now, since we already know the slope of second line using these 2 points, okay? So I will just rush it up and burin ko muna sila, and then we will find the slope of a second line. Okay? Notice that the given point supports the point 1, 1, right? As I've said a while ago. And as you can see here, if we have 1, 1, okay, this part na to, these are now the slope of second line using the formula slope y sub 2, y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1, right? Using this formula, we already found all of these up to there. And as you can see, meron na naman tayo nakalagay dito na, or meron tayong ibig sabihin dito na, see, it's going down also. That means this is the right side of a limit. Okay? So ano yung limit nito? What will be the limit? The limit is, ito magsusunod sa 2.001 pagbaba. So we have 2. Okay? So it implies lang na if we have a limit here, we can also find the limit for the slope of second line. Okay? So how can we relate that one here? Okay, so the slope of the second line is 2. If we will relate that one here, see the graph, it's going down. It's going down to 1 also. It's going down here. See? Ito yung una, tama? Second, third, up to mapupunta na sa isang point. And that will become the line as tangent. Okay? And the slope of this tangent line now is 2. Okay? So we can relate the second formula into the tangent. So paano na combine, or how can we combine the slope formula for the second line to the slope of a tangent line? Okay? So this will be the main formula. So we have here, as you can see, the slope of the tangent line to the graph of the function f of x at the point A and f of A, y f of A function of x is also 1. Correct? So ginawa lang siyang f of A. It's given by m is the slope. Remember this one, m is the slope. Limit of f of x minus f of a over x minus a if x is approaching a. Diba? Kanina we have 1, 1 here. So yung a natin, nandito. Correct? So this will change as 1. So if we will solve that one to the first given that we had, we can find the slope as 2. Okay, now let us try to use this formula through some examples. Okay, for example, this one. Determine the slope of the tangent line to the function f of x equals x squared minus 4 at the point to 0. So, himay-himayin muna natin. Kanina, meron tayong given f of x. Tama? At meron tayong given na point, which is a, and f of a. Correct? So, the value of f of x is x squared minus 4. And the value of a here is 2. We have here. And the value of f of a is 0. Okay? So, naka-ganun lang siya. Now, we will put those here in our formula. Slope is equivalent to the limit xa, mamaya ko muna ilalagay para makita natin, minus x minus a. Okay. Now, let us put those, okay, given to here. So, yung ito become limit x approaching a is 2, so I will put no 2. Okay? And then f of x, I will now put x squared minus 4. And then we have the minus f of a, which is 0. And then x minus, what is a? A is 2. Okay, so this will become the final equation. Now, let us now find the slope. Hanapin natin the slope. Okay, burahin ko muna sa taas para magkaroon tayo ng space. Since we already know the equation itself. Okay? So we'll find it now here. So we have, for example, let us now continue here. M is equal to the limit x2. Remember, if we are solving for a rational, right? Rational equation or rational function using the limits, is we need to try first, okay, yung sinasabi kong substitution property. Correct? So we will try that one first. So since this one is 2, I will try to change all the x's by 2. Correct? So we have 2 squared minus 4 minus 0, and then 2 minus 2. Without solving this one, or just mentally solve this one, makuha natin ito is undefined. And if we got undefined to the substitution property, that means the substitution is wrong. Okay? So ang gagawin natin ngayon is maghahanap tayo ng factors nung nasa taas o nasa baba para meron tayong makancel. Tama? Okay. So it will become just like this. 2 x squared over x minus 2. So since dito, ang pwede lang nating i-factor is yung nasa taas, which is x squared minus 4. Okay? So we need to find that one. Then x minus 2. Kung napapansin nyo, dapat meron tayong x minus 2 dito. Tama? Kasi para makancel yan. So what will be the value here? Itasin ko muna, ha? Okay, I will give you a clue. Pag meron tayong x squared and then negative sign and a perfect square, automatically meron tayong x plus and x minus. Again, if we have x squared, palitan ko muna ito, ha? Palitan ko. Palitan ko siyang blue. Ayan. If we have x squared, and then meron tayong negative, at then meron tayong perfect square doon sa dulo, that means we will put their factors as x plus and x minus. Okay, now, ano yung perfect square natin? Ang perfect square natin is 4. And what is the square root of 4? If we will square root 4, we have two answers, right? Positive and negative 2. So we will just put positive 2 and negative 2. Okay? It's the main shortcut for that one. So we have here x plus 2 and x minus 2. Okay? So from this one, we can now cancel this 2x minus 2 on the upper part and the lower part. And matitira lang sa atin is c limit of x approaching 2, x plus 2. So from here, we can now use the substitution property. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko lang is papalitan ko lang ng 2 si x. Tama? So, it will become 2 plus 2. And we have the answer 4. So, the slope of the tangent line to the function f of x equals x squared minus 4 at the point 2, 0 is 4. Okay? Remember, ang formula natin is rational. Right? It's rational. If we have a rational given in a limit, we need to consider first is the substitution property. Correct? If the substitution property's answer is undefined, then we need to find the factors of either the upper part or the lower part for us to at least cancel a pair, okay, of functions or numbers on that equation. And then after canceling the what you can say, the equal, okay, equations on the upper part and the lower part, then we can now use again the substitution property to find the final answer. Okay, remember that one. So let us see if we are correct. We have the answer is 4. Okay, charan, that we are correct. 4 is correct. Okay, another example. Parang bugbog tayo sa examples. Determine the slope of the tangent line to the function f of x equals 9 minus x squared at the point 3, 0. Okay. Stop sharing ko muna to, and then I will go to the whiteboard. You need to remember the given, okay? Okay, where's my whiteboard? Share my whiteboard. Okay, that one. Good. Okay, so this will be our whiteboard. Yan. Okay. So our given we have here is the f of x. Oops. Where's my pen? F of x is equal to 3 minus x squared. Oh, no, it's a 9, sorry. 9 minus x squared. And then we have the point, which is 3, 0. Okay? Now, let us put those given into our formula. So the formula is m limit x approaching a. Where's a? Hindi ko muna yung makana. This 2 will become the f of x. 3 will become a. And 0 will become f of a. Okay. Para mas maintindihan natin. So, since we have a here, sulat ko na nga ng lahat. Minus f of a, x minus a. Okay, so we have limit x approaching, a is 3, f of x is 9 minus x squared, minus f of a is 0, x is now have minus a is 3. Okay. Ayan. So again, rational, limit of irrational function, we need to use first the substitution property. Correct. So we use your mental math only. If you will put positive 3 here, what will happen? 3 minus 3 is 0. That means we have 0 on the bottom part. Ibig sabihin, mag-undefined na naman yan. Alright? So, since you already know na hindi pwede yung substitution property, we will now go to the factorization first. So, since here x minus 3 is already, this one is already binomial. Correct? This one is already linear. So, hindi siya pwedeng i-factor. Since we have a squared on the upper part, yun yung part na i-factor out natin. Okay? So we have limit x3. Sige, 6-0. Cancel ko na. Ano penta yan? Okay? So again, perfect square. X squared. So walang tayo x and x. Plus and minus. Okay? Negative, once we have plus and minus. 9. What will be the square root of 9? Oh, no, this one is wrong. Wait. Since here, nauna yung number natin, so dapat mauuna yung number natin. So this one will be minus x. May bearing yun ha. Kung nauna yung number kaysa doon sa ating variable na x, is also sa ating factor, uunahin mo din yung number before yung variable na x. Okay? Kung constant variable, dapat constant variable also. If variable, then constant, then variable, then constant. Okay? Kung ano yung nasa unahan, yun ang gayahin mo doon sa pangalawa. Okay? Now, let us square root the 9. Okay? What will be the square root of 9? That is positive and negative, 3. So we have 3 minus x and 3 plus x over x minus 3. Now, question is, can we cancel out 3 minus x and x minus 3? The answer is no. Hindi sila parehas. So, paano natin yan babaguhin? Okay? Paano babaguhin yung 3 minus x into x minus 3? So, ang gagawin ko is, punta ko siya dito ha, para mas makita rin niyo. Since we have 3 minus x, pag yung kanilang pwesto, pagpapalitin ko. What I mean is, yung negative x, mapupunta sa harapan. So it will become negative x. Yung positive 3, mapupunta sa dulo. So it will become positive 3. Tama? Ngayon, ilalabas ko si negative. Paano ko ilalabas si negative? I will multiply negative. Tama? So what will be negative x? Negative x divided by negative. We have positive x. 3 divided by negative. Negative 3. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung 3 minus x, it will become negative x minus 3, 3 plus x over x minus 3. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan ha, baka kuburahin to. Okay, just this, i-rewind nyo na lang or screenshot para mas maintindihan. Okay? Let's continue this one. Since we now have here x minus 3 and x minus 3, we can now cancel them. So we have here the final equation as limit of negative, remember the negative, and then yung ating 3 plus x. Correct? Ito yung natira eh. And then x is approaching 3. Okay, that's answer. So our slope, since this will be the final equation, we can now use again the substitution property. So I will put 3 doon sa x natin. So it will become negative 3, negative quantity 3 plus 3. So negative 3 plus 3 is 6. So our final answer, m is negative 6. Okay? As simple as that. Okay? Screenshot or something, ano bang gusto nyo gawin para mas tumagal pa yung picture na yan. Okay, kayo na bahala. Okay? I will now erase. It's because we still have 2 more examples para mas maintindihan nyo pa ito. Okay? Yung last 2 more examples natin. Clear? Okay. I will stop sharing again. And then I will go back to our PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so the answer here is negative 6. Okay? Okay, next one. Determine the slope of the tangent line to the function f of x equals x squared minus 3x minus 18 at the point negative 4, 10. Ay, kung napapansin nyo dito, yung first 2 examples natin, yung f of a niya or yung y is always 0. Correct? But here, we have now a number. Hindi siya 0. May number na siya. So, paano siya solve? Of course, same process, pero meron ng part na maiiba. Okay. So, this one. Again, this will be the f of x. Tama. Yung negative 4 will be our a, and 10 will be f of a. Easy. Ibahin ko yung kulay blue para hindi masakit sa mata. So we have the formula is m. Okay, I will not write the formula itself. I will just put what are the numbers here. xa, so we have negative 4. Naka-over pa rin tayo, okay? Naka-over pa rin tayo. Ayan. So f of x is x squared minus 3x minus 18 minus, which is f of a is 10. And then x, we have minus a is negative 4. Tama? Okay. Next one. Let us simplify. Let us simplify the upper part and the lower part. Paano siya simplify? As you can see here, wala tayong x squared na isa sa kabila. So I will just copy x squared minus 3x. And then as you can see here, we have 2 constants. Negative 18 and negative 10. So what will be the answer there? Negative 18 minus 10 is negative 28 over x minus negative 4. Yung nasa gitna is magiging plus. It will become x plus 4. Okay? Again, negative times negative is positive. So we have x plus 4. Okay, let's try the substitution property first. Kasi yun yung pinakaunang one natin, di ba, step natin. So I have here x approaching negative 4. If we will use negative 4 as x, doon sa lower part natin, we will have a 0 answer again. Correct? So that means it's undefined. So hindi na naman pwede yung substitution agad-agad. Okay? Gawin muna natin yung factoring bago substitution. Let's factor out. Upper part or lower part? Of course, the upper part. Lower part is already a linear function or a linear equation. Okay? So limit of x approaching -4, what will be the factors of the upper part? As you can see, we have here, magsisimula naman tayo sa grade 8 ninyo na lesson. We need to concentrate on -28 first. Okay? So ito yung parang pinaka-table ng -28. We will think of two numbers. If we will multiply them, the answer will be -28. Since we have the sign as negative, so yung two numbers natin, yung isa, it's either negative, yung isa is either positive. Tama? So, ano ba yung factors ng 28? We have 4 and -7. Pwede rin namang -4, +7. Tama? 14, 2. Or no, it's -2, I should say. -14 and then +2. Ano pa ba? Ano pang pwede doon? Pwede rin naman ang 28, -1, -28, and then 1. Tama? So if you already listed those multiples of -28, okay, let us now concentrate on the middle number. Our middle number is -3. So, kung magpa-plus tayo, if we will do plus here, anong factors ng -28, magkakaroon tayo ng -3? This one. If we have 4 plus -7, 4 plus -7 is we have -3. -4 plus 7 is +3. 14 plus -2 is 12. -4 plus 2 is -12. 28 plus -1 is 27. And -28 plus 1 is -27. So, nasaan dyan yung -3? Okay? Where's -3? So, we have the -3. Ano yung dalawang factors? Para nakuha -3, we have 4 and -7. Okay, so I will put that one here. +4, -7. Okay, and then we have x. Got it? Okay. So I will use this part. This is because I will use this part. Ayan. Okay. So since we already have here yung x plus 4 and x plus 4, pwede na natin siyang i-cancel. Now, we have the final equation, which is limit of x minus 7 if x is approaching -4. Okay? So we can now use the substitution property. So yung x natin, it will change into -4. So we have the slope is -4 to be the x minus 7. -4 minus 7 is -11. So this will be our slope. Slope is -11. As simple as that. Okay. Last example. Okay. Okay na ito, no? Okay. So the answer is -11, and we are correct. Okay. Last example. Determine the slope of the tangent line to the function f of x equals x squared minus 3x minus 4 at the point 5, 6. So this is also related to the third example. Okay? Sunod ko muna sa aking papel yung ating given para makopya ko siya doon sa whiteboard namin. f of x squared minus 3x minus 4 and then 5, 6. Okay. Let's now move to our whiteboard. Okay. Yan. Whiteboard na tayo. So I will write now. Write the given first. We have f of x equals x squared minus 3x minus 4, and we have the point which is 5, 6. Okay, start. Let us first put those given doon sa ating formula. So slope is equivalent to the limit of f of x. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 4 minus f of a, which is 6. Okay, over x. What will be our a? 5. So minus naging 9. 5. If x is approaching a, which is 5. Okay? Sige, dito diretso na tayong factoring kasi ang 5 minus 5 is 0. So it's still undefined. So we cannot use substitution property at first. So let us simplify the upper part. Ayan. Yung upper part natin will become x squared minus 3x, negative 4, this 2, negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10, right? And then we have x minus 5. So we need to find the factor of, or the factors of x squared minus 3x minus 10, okay? Okay, let us concentrate first on negative 10. What are the two numbers? If we will multiply, the answer is negative 10. So we can say negative 5 and 2. That's negative 10. 5 and negative 2. That's also negative 10. 10 and negative 1, negative 10 and then 1. Those are the possible factors of negative 10. Okay, and then let us find what is the number at the middle of x squared minus 3x minus 7, which is negative 3. Negative 3, okay, if we will add these numbers, dapat ang makuha natin is negative 3. So negative 5 plus 2, that is negative 3. So we will use this. Okay, easy. So just copy this one, negative 5, copy positive 2. Okay, limit x approaching 5. These two x minus 5 are cancelled. And we will just copy x plus 2. And since we have the final equation, we can now use the substitution property. So I will just put m equals x will become 5. So 5 plus 2. M equals 7. The slope of a tangent line for the fourth example is 7. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so if you have still questions, okay, about this one or medyo naguguluhan, i-PM nyo lang ako sa messenger. Okay, so just chat me. So there's this one now, and I will stop sharing. Okay, and then I will see you again. Okay, I will give this video ngayon din. Okay, pag-upload ko sa YouTube, and then I will give you the link para mapanood nyo siya. And then your activity is I will send it to the QSA. Okay, send ko sa QSA, and then I will give you the time to answer that one until Saturday, the next Saturday, para mahaba-haba yung inyong guguguling pagsagot doon sa mga activities na papagawa ko. Okay? So, this will be the end of the 4th week lesson, and sana ay nasa mabuting kalagayan. Okay, so ingat palagi and God bless everyone. Bye!